Hi, welcome to another episode of Walking the Path, sharing a few thoughts about life. Today I'm in Bonchurch. It's a really old village next to Ventnor. It joins it on the south side of the Isle of Wight, which is down the south of England for those people watching from another country. I'm next to the pond here in the village, and I've been coming here for many years. I come here often. Something very lovely about it. In fact, I was here early this morning and the sun was shining, and I thought I'd come back later and do a post, but the weather's changing a little now. It's very, very quiet because everybody's off the streets with their coronavirus. The weather's changing, looks like it's going to rain, and of course life changes very quickly. We're each on a path in life. Life is a path, and sometimes the path changes unexpectedly. I saw in the news earlier today it's only 66 days since the outbreak of the coronavirus, and so much has changed. I also saw in the news today politicians in England are suggesting we need that wartime Churchill spirit, and I absolutely agree with that. One of my favourite quotes by Churchill is that courage is not the absence of fear, it is the ability to overcome it. To be honest, I'm a bit afraid at the moment. Not so much for myself. I had my own encounter with facing death last year when I was unwell. I'm more afraid for those people that I care about, like my mum, who's 92. And of course, if something was to happen to me, those that would be upset with me going, like my children. It's such a strange time. There are, of course, many types of fear, not just one type of fear. There's a natural, instinctive fear, which is the type of fear we have when something startles us, like the ducks flying off here. When we're faced with danger, there's a surge of chemicals, cortisol, one of the main ones, which gives us a feeling of fear, and also is a chemical messenger. It shuts down our digestion and lymph system, which cleans our body, and it suppresses our immune system. It shuts down areas of our brain, and all that energy is sent to our muscles so we can fight or flight, and we can survive great danger. The challenge is in modern life, we respond in the same way as thousands of years ago when the danger was a wild animal. The great fear for people today, of course, is the coronavirus and the change in lifestyle. But that is not something we can run away from. Our survival mechanism, our fight or flight response, is designed to run away from danger. In fact, it's by running really fast away from the danger and climbing a tree to get away from that hungry bear that wants to eat you for lunch, that you burn off the cortisol through the running, and you trigger the release of serotonin, and it helps to rebalance your brain and body chemistry. But of course, the problems in modern life are not like that. They're not a saber-toothed tiger or a hungry bear we need to run away from. You can't run away from the coronavirus and the challenges and responsibilities that it is presenting to us. And so we need to find the balance between that fear response and our response, the response that we choose. And what it means is really being conscious and choosing. I've stopped shaking hands, I've stopped hugging people. I'm giving the Turkish greeting, I think it's called Ayvala, a hand on heart, no elbow bump or some other strange sort of handshake. No, just it's like a hand on heart. It's ancient. I think it's a nice thing. My children, one of their favourite things would be to go to the duck pond and to throw seeds for the ducks. I've got some in my pocket. There's a table just across the road, an honesty table where people come and they give some money for charity. I'm going to throw some seeds for the ducks here. With my children years ago, throwing seeds for the ducks. 2 ducks. I'm trying to capture this one behind me here. It's only 1 duck. But years ago, there was 2 ducks. Had a big battle right in front of us, throwing seeds and crumbs for the ducks. Up in the air, pecking, squawking, feathers flying. Didn't last too long. They come down, they went their own way. And when they got about 2 meters apart, each duck went through this sort of body shudder. And they both did it at the same time, almost in synchronization. And I found it very interesting. I started to research it on the internet. And I discovered, I'm going to throw some more seeds, discovered this is an involuntary response that all animals have, that when you go into that fear response and the cortisol and the adrenaline are all surging through your body, you're in tension. It suppresses the immune system and balance the functions of the body. And it's okay for a short time, but it's really not okay for a long time. And here's the thing, the coronavirus is probably going to go on for a long time. And living in that fear response, watching the news every day, all the bad news, is not going to help so much. And when I researched about the ducks and the shudder, that shudder is the animal shaking off the excess adrenaline and cortisol because the danger's over. The battle happens, it happens in the moment. They come down, they go their own way, the danger's over. They don't need to hold on to the tension, they let go. And here's the key line, they return to a natural state of calm, because actually calm's our natural state. And in this current climate, our natural state of calm is certainly being disrupted. And while it's healthy to have that consideration for yourself and others about how to keep your well-being high, we need to balance that with courage that actually things are going to be okay. I've so often been afraid in my life. I don't mind admitting it. And some of you watching that perhaps know me but don't know me so well may think I'm very confident. And those of you that know me well will know that I'm often in fear. But I do find the courage to step forward. And the thing that's most helped me in all of that is having a sense of purpose, having a goal. I know that it's become a sort of a trendy thing to say, don't have a goal, just be in the flow. But actually this is really not a time to just be in the flow. I think this is a time in our life, in our history, to be very purposeful, very conscious in what we do, and to have a goal. And this isn't some new trendy thing I'm looking to say. You can look back thousands of years and you will hear it. And listen to this quote. When you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all of your thoughts break their bonds, your mind transcends limitations, your consciousness expands, and in every direction, dormant faculties and talents become alive, and you find that you are a greater person by far than you ever dream yourself to be. That quote's nearly 2,000 years old by an Indian sage called Patanjali in the 1st or the 3rd century. It's nothing new. when we have a purpose, and it's been said many times, it helps us to pull through a difficult time. Find your purpose in this time. Maybe it's just you surviving the situation and being your best, and maybe it's you stepping up and helping others in whatever way you can. Define your purpose, set your goals around it. I really believe a goal map helps. It's what's helped me over the last 25 years. I've been teaching it, so I'm going to carry on recommending it to other people. Create a goal map or a life map around who you choose to be in this time. Finding your own balance between courage and consideration. Holding on to the hope that there are better times to come. And all of that will help you to actually see the opportunity in the difficulty, find the answers to the challenges, the solutions that help us to make the best of this difficult situation. And by holding your purpose and having an ease, you find that purposeful flow. Not just the flow, but your purposeful flow, the best way for you to go. Not only to help yourself, but for everybody else as well. I hope that's been useful. I'm looking to be inspiring. I hope you'll join me on the new weekly live program I'm doing on Facebook, on my Facebook goal mapping page, Life Path. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m, where I'll be looking to share ideas, help people create goal maps, invite in other people to talk about what they've achieved, and generally make the best of this situation that we can. All right, it's a longer post than normal from me, but I thank you for watching. Go create your goal map at goalmapping.com. Bye for now.